England on a beautiful sunny day. I brought the son with from Arizona. We're in Mortlake, which is Richmond under Thames, London. We're at the Mary Magdalene Churchyard. There's a beautiful church here we're gonna take a look at. So I'm gonna wait for a few of you to come on board. I've got 2 bars. I'm hoping that's gonna be enough of a signal. It's gonna be middle of the night right now. Sorry, all you from the US that are watching right now. It's, gosh, I think it's like what, it's like noon here. It's gonna be like the middle of the night for most of you. So this is gonna be for the UK folks, and you in the US and everywhere else can watch it recorded. Hey, okay, we've got our first person. I missed who it was. Tommy Jacobson, Toronto, 7 a.m. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. Dublin, same time zone. Cool. How's the picture look? Hopefully we're okay. I've got a signal, but it's not a very strong signal here. Hi, Diana. Finola? Bobby G, Lorraine Scott. Pearl's Dreams, what's going on? Randy Wicker, Sassy Blonde is here. Sassy Blonde is in the house. 6 a.m. in Nebraska. Okay, well, that's not bad. Nebraska, that would be the Midwest. So it's going to be coffee in the morning in the U.S., midday to afternoon for you in England here. So yeah, I got to London the day before yesterday. How you doing, Gunny Gal, Mariana, Loretta? Oh, good, it's a clear picture. So this is going to be a fun walk. This was actually going to be a filmed story, but I'm going to turn it into a live stream. And we're going to see probably one of the most remarkable funerary art sculptures, monuments that I've ever seen. Again, if you're wondering, we're in Mortlake. We're right by the River Thames in London at a little churchyard, Mary Magdalene Church. And I want to give out a shout out to Father Adrian McKenna, who greeted me when I came in. He gave me some more background on my story, particularly the church and some stained glass we have to look at. I'm not sure when I go in there, I may lose the signal. So what I'm going to do is pop back out. We're going to monitor that. And then what I will do is I will do a video, a short 5-minute video, and post it right away after this live stream, or sometime today later, because you really need to see the inside and this particular stained glass. It's a Gothic style church. You need to see the stained glass for the person we're talking about. It's really interesting. Richard Burton, not the actor. This is, I think, Francis Richard Burton was his name. And he was a famous explorer. It's kind of like, you ever seen Lawrence of Arabia? He's like the guy. So let's flip it around, and we got 130 people. That's pretty good. And let's take a little tour, and then we're going to end up at his grave, okay? You'll hear school kids in the background because there's a school and they're out at recess right now. I'm in the back corner of the churchyard here. Good morning, Nicole. How are you? Deidre is in Ireland. Hey, Deidre, what's going on? Beautiful, the wild bluebells are out. Yep. So let's check out some of these graves. Wait till you see what I'm going to show you. I'm hoping the image is going to be really good. But I'll do a follow-up video because this monument is so crazy remarkable that we've got to see it in more high definition, at least from what my phone can do. John William Leek, what's with the K? The Celtic cross. Don't say Celtic. Don't be a Celtic, be a Celtic. From Ireland. Deidre, what do you think? The churches in Amsterdam and Germany are stunning. Yeah, I'm from Germany. Did you know I was born in Germany? I'll have to get back to Wiesbaden, Frankfurt. Isn't this beautiful? So yeah, the guy we are going to talk about, his name was Richard Burton. And again, not the actor. So check it out. Here's the church. We're gonna go inside. I don't know what year this was built, but I'm guessing 1700s. But that's a wild guess. I should have asked Father Adrian McKenna. Big shout out to him. He was so gracious. He was so excited to see me here. He doesn't know us, but I mean, he's just a nice guy. And he was telling me all about, look at the detail of this Gothic style here. Again, if you hear the school kids, that's school. They're out to recess next door. So Richard Burton, right? Who's Richard Burton? Not the actor. He was born in Devon on March 19th, 1821. He joined the Bombay Army as an officer in 1842, and he'd served in the military for 18 years. He had brief action in the Crimean War. He was hired then by the Royal Geographical Society to explore the East African coast. So that was an epic move. Just imagine, that was the big organization. He led an expedition to discover the source of the Nile. Yes, the Nile. Pretty big time guy here. He also became the first European known to have seen this lake, Tanganyika, Ika. I can't pronounce it, but he had a lot of explorations in the Middle East, and he was the first to make it to Mecca, and he was disguised. It was interesting because you don't just go to Mecca. He was taking a real chance here. If he would have been caught, he would have been skinned alive. He would have been probably tortured and killed. So he was pretending that he was a Muslim, and he had the whole, everything on, and that he was in teaching, and he made it to Mecca, and then he made it out, which is even harder, right? Very dangerous. His caravan was attacked by bandits, which was a common experience at the time. Can you imagine the kahunas to do that kind of a mission? Yeah, he was the real thing. He would later say, although neither Quran or Sultan enjoined the death of Jew or Christian intruding the columns that note the sanctuary limits, nothing could save a European detected by a populace or one who, after pilgrimage, declared himself an unbeliever. He was awarded a knighthood in 1886. What else could you accomplish? I don't know. Thank you, Ken Ream. Loves the channel. Glad to have you guys here. I see this a lot here, and you'll see it on my videos, the ones that'll be coming from here. People come back and they put, well, maybe not in this case, but no, actually, they might have redone this, but this looks pretty good shape. But sometimes they put stickers, and they're really well done. All right, let's go and look. All right, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that's cool. It's coffee. In America and USA, it's coffee with faces of the forgotten today. Something unusual. All right, so check this out here, guys. How about this for a monument? All right, Lawrence of Arabia. This is a tent structure. And you see Muslim, these would be Muslim markings, right? Up here. And there it says, "Farewell, dear friend, dead hero, the great life is ended, the great perils, the great joys, and he to whom adventures were as toys." Now you can read the rest of that, put it on pause. Arabian Nights. This monument was erected by his loving countrymen. So he is here with his wife, Isabel. So he died in 1890, and she died in 1896. He was born in 1821. I'm not sure when she was born, but this is just amazing. What do you guys think of this? I've never seen a monument like this. Have you guys ever seen anything like this? I mean, we've seen a lot of stuff. This is crazy. Crazy cool. I mean, when I saw it and when I look at it, it almost looks real. Looks like one of those real tents, like the Sultan would sit in, right? Right on, Lorraine. Deidre, so there were two Sir Richard Burtons. Well, I know the actor Richard Burton, and then we have this Richard Burton, but I don't know, is there a third one from England? Yeah, it does look real, right? Oh, what's this? Oh, guys, check it out. There is a ladder here. I did not bring my flashlight. Definitely gonna have to go up and look. All right. Let's check it out here. Hold on. I can only do this one-handed. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see in there. Hold on. Let me get to the top. No, it's pretty... Well, wait. You can see some. So this is completely sealed except for this window. Oh, is that a coffin down there? Check it out, guys. Oh, here we go. Look at that. There is a casket on this side. You can get a real good view of it. And there looks to be an altar in the front over here. All right. There's a great view of it. That's got to be where he is. That's his metal casket. Could be lead. Let's see if we can see anything on this side. Yeah, you can see the casket and altar. I'd have to take the phone off the gimbal. So, oh wait, there is, we can see, looks like another casket down here, right? Okay, there's a good view, except for my yellow shirt. So that is a coffin on the left. And look at it, we've got pictures inside, hanging on the wall, wreaths. What gimbal do I use? It's ZN, ZHIYUN. But this gimbal, I've had to make major modifications with weight and balance and other things. There's a really good view of it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and shoot video, and then I will post this because the live stream is not going to do justice to what I'm seeing here. Okay, I'm getting down now. What a neat thing. So it's sealed except for this, it's like a hatchway. And it looks like there's a vent up there. Very cool, guys. Good to see you, Buddy Mills. You saw a painting? Okay, cool. Yeah, we got the vent. So what's going on, guys? So I got to England. I have shot most of my London stories. I hit it really hard yesterday. I hit it crazy hard. I was able to get, I have like 9 stories here in London, and I was able to get 7 of them done. I think the most epic, well, okay, this Sunday night is going to be about something really cool. And I'm working to get it edited so I can get it out for this Sunday night's premiere. So you're not going to want to miss that. And it's at one of the Magnificent 7 London cemeteries. Now, I have to tell you this. I'm not going to Highgate. Guys, I've been to Highgate. I was here 6 years ago. And I did all the tourist stuff. I saw Lord Nelson's bloody socks. I went to all the museums. The one thing I didn't do, which I am doing on this trip, is I'm going to go to Portsmouth to see the HMS Victory, and I'm this close to getting permission to film it. They're very touchy. But Highgate, I'm not going to film there, because if you go on YouTube, there's not just 100 videos on Highgate. There's hundreds. And it's worn out. It's like brutal. Like, what can I add? And well, we want to hear your version of it, and thank you. But it's really interesting. It was cool to go there, but I don't want to put it on my channel. It's like a giant rerun. But I think that the other cemeteries, this morning I was at Kensal Green. Holy cow, that is just as fascinating. Wait till you see that. And I've been to a couple of the others. They call them the Magnificent 7. Highgate is just one of them. So no, I'm not going to Highgate. I don't want to go to Highgate for this channel. And I've gotten so many people saying, please go to Highgate. So I'm sorry, not going to do it. Well, this is just a little churchyard here. Here again, we see the buttresses. See these things right here? Now, what is a buttress? Well, it's a structural column on the outside. That's not just a column, but it acts as something to counteract the loads going this way. And when you have the sloped roofs, you know, if you look at Notre Dame or Notre Dame Cathedral, they have, as I mentioned before, they have flying buttresses where it's open. It's a big opening, and it's a giant arching buttress coming out. And that's to counteract, and you can see the sloped roof over there. That is to counteract the forces that are going sideways and down, but mostly sideways, so that you can have a column-free space. And the roof, you know, you have a beam here underneath, but you don't need what's called, like trusses, where you got to have a horizontal member inside and all kinds of structure. You can just have the roof. And because of that, the roof is pushing out this way on both sides. So that's why you have these they're called buttresses. I know I've talked about it before. Look at the beautiful stained glass. Now we're going to talk about that. So we've got a ladder here. I think I can jump up on that, and we can just climb right up there. You ready to go? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're going to go in there pretty soon, but I think I'm going to have to record it post live stream. Otherwise, we're going to lose the signal. So this is the back corner of the cemetery, and we've kind of pretty much covered it here. So we'll take one last look, and I will, if I don't trip and fall. You got to really watch it when you're walking in these old cemeteries. Look at this beautiful sculpture. What's the oldest one you've seen since arriving here? Now, I can't even remember. I really haven't hit the old stuff. Probably 1700s as far as graves. But when we get to Scotland, you know, I'm going to be I've got to do stuff in Kent, Canterbury. Then I'm going over to Portsmouth, Sussex, and then to Norwich, to the northeast of London. And then I'm going to be heading up to Liverpool and north, that whole area. not Liverpool itself, just that area. And then I'm going to be going to Aberdeen. I'm going to be getting into Scotland. I hope to get to Loch Ness. I'm not sure. Boleskine. Remember Aleister Crowley? I'm going to hopefully cover some of that. I'm not sure. And then from there north to Edinburgh, or I should say the other way around. Edinburgh first, I think, is south of Loch Ness. But anyway, I'm going to be spending 3 days in Edinburgh. We're going to Glasgow. We're going to cover some in Glasgow if I have time. And then we are going to go north to Scrabster. S-C-R-A-B-S-T-R, Scrabster. The northern tip of Scotland, we're going to board a ferry. And from there, we're going to sail to the Orkney Islands, where I have some epic stories. And then south again, more stories, and close it out in London at the end of the month. Now, when I came in, see that little hole there? There was this mean little dog. Scared the crap out of me, actually. Let's see if he's home. Hello? Wow, 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 wow. Of course, he's not here now. And he sticks his nose, he sticks his face here, and his head comes partly out, and he's ready to snap you. He's a funny little guy. Maybe before we go, we'll take a last look, see if he comes. There's a little sign there. Please keep open. For him. Okay, so we are going to attempt to go inside the church, Mary Magdalene Church. Again, thank you to Father Adrian McKenna. He's a Scot from Scotland. Really, I have to tell you, guys, England is, people are so nice here. Now, not to say that parts of America aren't nice, the USA, but they are nicer here. And they are way more respectful. On the road, if you want to like go in, they're like, everyone is so nice and respectful on the road. Here, get in front of me. I haven't seen one case of road rage, or I haven't even heard hardly a beep. And the traffic is crazy. The traffic is, it's a lot of people, high density, and not just London, but all over. It's just, you go from area to area, and it's just very high density. And everyone's so respectful and happy, and it's really cool. It's funny, the stoplights, when it's gonna almost turn green, it turns yellow first, and then it turns green. So when it turns yellow, everybody goes. Now, when you're driving on the left side, yeah, I had to get used to that, but it's not bad. And the roundabouts, yeah, you got to be like in the right lane. So I'm figuring that out. But there is no looking down, because you've got scooters, you've got motorcycles, and they're passing you on both sides, cutting in, cutting out. And you've got pedestrians that just shoot out and they walk in front of you. And you have bicycles that you just got to watch out. But everybody's like, everybody gets it. Hey, it's crowded, we're all together, let's all work together and help each other out. It's pretty cool. I'm very impressed with England so far. So here we are at the, now, my thing is not showing a signal. So I guess I'm gonna get a warning when I walk in, or not a warning, it's gonna say, so, okay, listen, if it starts, what do we call it? Not streaming. If it starts cutting out, then I'm gonna run back out of here. I have a feeling I'm going, but I really hope this works. All right, let's go in. Now there's nobody here. So far we have a signal. You guys with me here? I wanna take you to this stained glass window for the Burton family, the Richard Burton family. All right, so far so good. Let's walk smoothly. All right. So far so good. It's the altar. Yeah, we're gonna see some altars, guys. We're gonna see some castles. We're gonna see a little bit of everything. once I get out of the London area. So there's the pulpit right here to the left. Oh wow, I can't believe this is going to be amazing if this signal holds up. Isn't this amazing? It's gorgeous. Now here is the stained glass for Burton. All right. And you can see that's Richard Burton. And you can see the knight. Remember I said he was knighted? It looks a little bit different in that picture than the picture that I saw. Of course, here he was much older, I'm guessing. Now, on the right, you have St. Agnes. But Father McKenna said St. Agnes's face, I think, was someone else or something. It relates to something special in the Burton family. And you have St. Joseph, I think there's a connection with the family. And then Mary Magdalene. Is it Magdalene or Magdalene? I think it's Mary Magdalene. I don't remember. You guys tell me. But, whoops, there's a chair here. Nothing hurt. Let's get a close-up of his face for you. Isn't that neat? I love this. Here you have the Stations of the Cross. Yeah, the colors are outstanding. And Father McKenna said we could film in here. Now, this is what I was talking. See, there's very little in the way of structural elements going across to support the lateral forces. And that's what the buttresses do out there. Some beautiful stained glass, guys. How's the picture? Maybe I won't have to shoot another video. Tell me if the picture was fine when we looked inside the tomb and you saw the casket. In fact, I'll reshoot it just in case. And when I get back and review this, I'll make a determination if that's suitable or if I should repost, or I should say addendum, which would be a secondary follow-up post to this. Oh, good. Gosh, we're getting lucky with the signal then, right? Look at this glass chandelier. I shouldn't say, it's not glass. Looks like bronze or something. Chandelier. I bet it's amazing in here when the lights are on, right? Oh, look at the confessional booth. This gives me memories of when I was little. I was so scared to go in here. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. And then blah, blah, blah. I was a bad boy and I stole a Reese's cup. You shall say 5 Hail Marys and repent, young man. Now go to the pew and do your work. Oh, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Maybe it's that. I was like, forgive me, Father. I don't remember. I thought it was forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Maybe it's different. And here, guys, is the poor box. Any donations? Go in the poor box. Oh, that's for coins. You put a coin in there. Oh, I see a dollar bill. We could take a paper clip and get it out. Just joking. Look at this banner. What an amazing banner. How old do you think that is? Huh? This reminds me of, I have one for a knight at home because I've got a suit of armor. I'll have to show you guys my suit of armor that I got from Spain. And there you dip. There's no water in there. No holy water. All right, I think we've gotten a good look in here. Gosh, I'm so glad the signal worked out. I thought we would be a goner. All right, we are out. So I want to show you one more thing if you got time. Let's keep this going. There is another cemetery across the train tracks over here. And there is an overpass where we can walk just less than it's about a block away. And maybe on the way, I'll read what you guys are talking about. That church is insane, says Stacy. Stacy, hello from Brazil. A rainy morning in Rio de Janeiro. So if you want to come here, I park down the street, but gosh, you can just bring your car right in here and park. Hello, Ron. Hello, Susanna. How are you doing today? Are you enjoying England? I am enjoying England. Yesterday was, I think I went too hard. I got to back off. I went like 12 hours. And I woke up a little late today. Ron, you are great with my morning coffee. Okay, well, you must be in America, right? Oh, here's the cemetery. So we're on the other side of the wall here. Spring is coming, guys. Spring is coming. Oh, was that a mausoleum we missed? I think so. Well, I'll make up for it in some of the episodes. Bobby's in Indiana, cool. 5:30 a.m. in Costa Rica. That would be Michelle, awesome. How's the weather there? Let's yield the sidewalk for one of our friends. I love the English accent. I'm probably going to pick up an accent, especially when I go to Scotland, right? I'm going to have a wee accent, laddie, and I'm going to find me a bonny lass. I already have a bonny lass. Oh, bad news at home. Speaking of my bonny lass, she told me that one of our two labs, Sadie, the older one, has cancer. So I think we're going to lose Sadie. She's like 13 or 14. So I'm very sad. And my wife might have to put her down before I get home, like I'm going to be here all month. She's on antibiotics now. She has a mouth jaw infection. And so for the moment, she's okay, but it's terminal. Ah, there's the train. We were just a minute too late because that's the overpass. Look both ways, look the opposite way because we're in England. Everything's like a mirror image backwards with the driving and the roads. So I gotta really keep saying to myself, drive left. Making this turn, make a left and stay left. Stay left. All right, let's go up. What's this thing on the right? Oh, this is for bicycles, I'll bet. Right? Hope you don't ride down. Let's ask the bonny lass here. Are you a bonny lass? Or is that Scotland? You probably think I'm a dumb American. Now, is this, hi there, baby? Is this for bicycles? Sorry. We are. I hope that's okay. You'll be okay. I won't show your face anymore. But can I show the baby?
Yeah, she's just had a nice lunchtime.
Oh, hello. So is that for bicycles?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, have a great day.
You too.
Stay safe. See, everybody's so nice here. Wow, there's the tracks. Well, maybe we'll catch one. Another point. Now, the other cemetery's over there. I'm just not sure how to get in there. All right, let's go down. Let's go down the stairs. Yeah, you should visit Cornwall while you're here in UK. Cornwall, yeah. Sounds good. God, there's so many places. Like in 30 days, I can't even cover what I want to cover, let alone even a 100th of the good stuff. Maybe these guys will know where the cemetery entry is here. Oh. Come on. Do you guys happen to know where the entry is to the cemetery?
I don't really know.
No? This way?
You got to go out to the main road,
Yeah.
do a left, and then do a left again, and then you come up to it.
Okay. Well, can I cut through here? You
No, not here.
got to go that one. Okay, thank you.
Wait, that's how we came back where we started the other day. I'm pretty sure that you can't get there that way.
That won't go through? Okay. Does this go through to the cemetery? Can I get to the cemetery through here? He said I could. Thank you. All right, let's follow him. Otherwise, I'll just hop the fence, guys. All right. Oh, here's the cemetery I was talking about. I don't know the name of. I think this is the old cemetery, old burial ground for Mortlake. It's kind of like Mort. Mort means dead. Mort safe. We're going to see the Mort safes in Edinburgh. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, we can get through here. Check it out. We'll do a little looking. Some old gravestones, right? This is pretty typical of the architecture here. The masonry and the arches. Victorian style. People take a lot of pride here. You can tell everything's been really clean. No trash, no litter. Very impressed, guys. All right, so where do we go in? All right, what are you guys up to here? We're on an adventure. Hello, Kathy, what's going on? Kathy Wright Johnson, shout out. She's in the house. Where are you from? No stops in Ireland. Sorry, Tim. Maybe next time. You can only fit so much in the bag on this trip, 30 days. I'm excited just to get to the Orkney Islands. That's a big, can I get out to the, how do I get to the cemetery? I have to go back? Don't tell me.
Hi, Tony.
I can't go this way.
Well, you can, but it's longer.
Oh my gosh, really? Okay.
You get out that way, turn left, left, left again.
Okay.
You go down there, turn right, and then you've got the entrance.
Turn right.
Turn right.
All
And
right,
you'll
thank
come
you.
across it.
Well, here we go. That's okay. More time to, and thank you, by the way. All right, we're backtracking. We were on the right path before. So according to the nice lady, the entry's over there somewhere. Oh, Alexander's watching from Glasgow. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely stop there. Isn't that where the necropolis is? I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it, but it's on my list. We'll just have to see how this flows. You know what I know what driving in London's like, and I had literally an hour to drive 7 miles. So every time between stories, I mean, I was lucky to get in what I got in, but I'm hoping when I get into the English countryside, like Kent and Sussex, Canterbury, Norwich, and all those areas, you tell me, but the driving has to be better, right? Not as crowded. I can go faster. Do not go over the speed limits here. Am I coming to the East Coast of America? Are you talking about? No, not anytime soon. Philadelphia, I have a lot of stories. I'm just not sure when I'm gonna get there. Hello, Shane from Perth, Australia. Right on, Diane, glad you're enjoying it. How about Scandinavia? Yeah, I'll have to get there someday. I was in the Netherlands about 7, 8 years ago, Amsterdam. I saw Anne Frank's house. That was something to behold. Talk about walking the steps of sad history. All right, we are trying to get into this burial ground here, which is the Mortlake. I think it's called the Mortlake. Never been in North Carolina, NC. Nope, I have stories there. But I have not. I've been to South Carolina, but not North. I don't have a lot there. I haven't gotten a lot of suggestions from North Carolina. Sorry about that. We'll get there someday. All right, I think we're definitely taking, oh, I see an entry up here. Please, please, please be an entry. Sorry we're late. Don't worry. You can go back and watch the rerun. It's gonna be worth it. Did the picture, guys tell me, did the picture looking in at the coffin, the casket, did that turn out clear enough, or do I need to post something? When you are in Essex, stop at the Laver Chapel. I really, unless it's a mind-blowing place or story, I'm pretty booked right now. Unless something crazy comes along to bump something else off the list. That's the only way I can really divert. And I don't even think I'm gonna get all the stories in that I'm trying to do. Which means 2026, come back. Here we go. We made it. London Borough, we were there. We were almost there. Old Mortlake burial ground. Don't be bad-mannered. We don't like bad-mannered people and unhygienic. All right, we'll take a quick look around here, but I'm gonna more try to watch what you guys are talking about. I might take a little seat here and just hang out. It's just a beautiful day. So what's going on, guys? Are you guys just waking up in America? Channel Flannel says, I love how through your eyes. Cool. I love how through your eyes, and see how interesting our cemeteries are over here. Yeah, well, hopefully I give a kind of a fresh perspective, right? Good morning from Florida. Good morning to you. MC Captain 58, good morning from Biloxi, Mississippi. I want to get back to Mississippi. New Orleans, Louisiana. Don't you love these old stones? They're common here, not in the United States. Of course, our history is a different kind of history. Our old history is 1800s. Old history here is 1000 AD. We don't really have, well, we have our history before 1700s is Native American history, and there's no records kept of their stories other than those handed down from the elders. Like the story that I did in El Paso, Texas, and the Waco Cliffs. Good night from Australia. All right, see you, Heather. Thanks for hanging out. There's a statue over here. This is going to be a short day for me because I'm going to edit after this Sunday night's episode. Thanks, Carol, welcoming me to the UK. Pencil rubbings. I'm not a fan of rubbings. We shouldn't touch the gravestones. Use flashlight or pictures, but I did a whole series on rubbings and why that's not a good idea. But that's okay. Just well, I mean, that opinion's shared by the experts. I think the Massachusetts, the oldest cemetery in the world practically, they have a regulation against rubbings. So I guess that tells you something. But I don't want to get down on you. I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know. You are an enthusiast of a cemetery, the cemetery genre, so that's a really good thing. We don't want to turn anybody off. But we're here to educate. Oops, only as a child. That's okay. I didn't mean to get down on you. So it's all good. What's the most welcoming U.S. state to foreigners? I went to New York. Far from, well, they say Arizona's the happiest place, or one of the happiest cities, Scottsdale, but it's very urban. I don't think I'd recommend Chicago, not New York. Let me think on that. What other cities do we have in the United States? More west, not LA. LA, I think, is worse than New York. I just had some really bad experiences there a couple of weeks ago. I had to fly in for the day for a meeting, not with the channel, and just everybody's really unhappy there. That's my feeling. I said the people that I ran into, like the Uber driver, oh my God, bit my head off. And just the people on the street, everyone's looking down into their phones. And then I got beeped at because I was just standing on the corner, no cars around. I didn't cross within the crosswalk. The car came ripping around the corner. Wasn't even close, and the guy's like honking and giving me the finger. So don't go to LA. I always liked San Francisco. I don't know, post-COVID though, I don't know what's happened there. Hello from Cincinnati. Have you ever thought of doing a video, Annie Oakley? Yeah, I've got her on my list. But the problem is, not the challenge, is when do I get there? But yeah, I've got Annie Oakley on my list. Thank you. Yep, great story. Yeah, how about the weather? And here, what's funny is, I'm really embracing the rain. I've got my umbrella, I've got my polar raincoat. I'm ready for the weather. And I'm like, England, Scotland, I mean, we don't want this. I actually want the windless, calm, overcast, gloomy gloom. Hey, thanks for the $5, Ray Crumbler. Good to see you, love the videos. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, so let's put this down for a second. See what you guys are up to. What other cities? San Francisco, I think, is a good city. People are friendly. Of course, the smaller cities. I'm trying to think. Florida's not bad. Miami. I think, you know what? I think New Orleans is a great place. That's where I would go if I were a foreigner. I'd go to New Orleans. Because obviously, and not just cemeteries, of course, that's like on top. But the people there seemed, and there's some danger zones, but I had nothing but good experiences there. Minneapolis wasn't too friendly, from what I remember. Ohio, Columbus was pretty good. Michigan is a good state. People are friendly in Michigan. And Kentucky, if you get to Tennessee, I got a city for you. Go to Nashville, Tennessee. Very impressed with Nashville. So, the wind is picking up here. How's Portland, Maine? That's another. I think I've been to Portland once, but just passing through. And Portland was nice. People were nice. I am relaxed. I'm just, I I'm gonna have a chill day today. I'm gonna go back and just into my hotel room and edit. Channel flannel for $5. Just found the donate button. Thanks, buddy. Somebody says Minneapolis, hold on. Minneapolis used to be friendly, but it's changed. Yeah, right? What about Graceland, Elvis territory? Yeah, but again, that's something that's more of a tourist trap. And it's, you know, if you go on YouTube, you're just gonna see like 100+ videos there. The one thing I gotta tell you guys, and most of you know this, I'm looking for original stories. I don't wanna do reruns because when I've done reruns, you guys don't watch and I get low views, hurts the algorithm, which means I'm really, you know, interested in growth. I wanna grow the channel more. It's not about the money, it's more about growing the community. We have such a great community here. It's not on the list where he wants a certain, wait, what are you talking about? But how is England? Is it cold there? No, it's warm here. It's almost 70. I gotta take this off. Beautiful sunny skies, blue skies. I'm sure that's gonna change by next week. And I'm hoping it does. When I go to Scotland, I want it to be windy and rainy and because that's like the effect, right? And I'm prepared for it. You know, there's a Presley's buried in graveyard, Hexdown, Ireland. Hey, Joan, what's going on? All right, we'll keep walking. I'll watch you guys. Watch what you guys are saying. Come to Costa Rica. There's beautiful graveyards here. I would love to. I was in Costa Rica 10 years ago with a group of guys golfing. Stayed at the JW Marriott. Currently sunny in southwest Scotland. Yeah, I think I'm going to be getting up towards Scotland in about a week and a half, and I think that by then we're going to lose this Arizona weather. Are you guys happy that I brought the Arizona weather to you here in England? Just brought it right on the plane. Beautiful. It's not usually like this, is it? Good morning from North Carolina. Hope you got enough rest, heading to work. All right, have a great day. Manky Minx, thanks for checking in. Love you guys. Yeah, not usually, I didn't think so. Well, guys, I'm gonna, you know what, I'll leave this on, but I'm gonna start heading back to my car. So if you wanna sign off, it's cool with me, but I thought I'd try to respond to any questions. Come see Ned Kelly. Isn't he in Australia? Yeah, Melbourne. That's probably a #1 story there, is his grave. Does he have a grave? That guy was really, got some bad pictures of him, huh? 50 and rainy in north central Pennsylvania. That's where my friend Kimberly is. Have an awesome day, Joanna. See ya. See ya, Darlene. Fetzer. I'm from North Carolina. I'm in Fort Bragg. Miss GSM. All right. Yeah, I got to get to North Carolina, but I just don't have a lot of stories there. You know, I go more for the stories. Audrey Hepburn's in Switzerland. Oh, I'd love to visit her grave. All right, see ya, Rodco, or Rodeo Gal. Rodeo Gal, see you later. Yeah, most of these cemeteries, the grass is pretty long, but remember, this is winter, and we just have this, we call it in the United States, we have an Indian summer week, where the weather is just crazy warm, so, you know, people are caught a little off guard here, I'm sure, like cemetery maintenance wasn't planning on. Thanks, Mick. I'm loving it here in England so far. A witch? Monica, I am doing a couple of big witch stories, yes. Come to Ireland. Aiden Murray, yeah, I will get there someday, my man. Hope you're enjoying your coffee there in the States. Kelly Steele. She's got her cup of, oh, maybe she has a Starbucks and she's just hanging out. Ned Kelly was our Billy the Kid, Jane says. Yeah, I know. I read up on him a little bit. He's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Ancient graveyard in Cashel. Where's Cashel? Big castle and everything. There's a lot of cool castles here. I'm going to try to get to Bamba Castle. Hello, got the puppy. We got another puppy here. Oh, he says, I gotta pee. Pee on Ron. Bamba Castle. Have you guys watched The Last Kingdom? Utrecht. I'm gonna go there. I have it on my list. I hope I can get there. There is a cemetery in the sand dunes there, and the real Utrecht may be there. We might be searching for the Utrecht grave. What do you guys think? Last Kingdom, and then of course, right? Stardust, Moonshine. Watched it, and then of course Outlander. We've been talking about Outlander up in Scotland. I'm on like season 3.5 or 4 now. You know, we moved from Scotland, we met George Washington, we're pioneers, we've got Fraser Ridge in the middle of all that part. Have you guys watched Outlander yet, the series, Netflix? I highly recommend it, highly recommend it. The Last Kingdom, better than the Vikings? Yes. I thought the Vikings were good, but you know, the Last Kingdom does follow a lot of the history from what I've researched. They've really, I have to tell you one thing about Outlander that I think is funny. One of the villains is William Bonnet. Have you watched Outlander? William Bonnet, the kind of like the pirate, bad guy, captain. One of the stories I'm doing involves Stede Bonnet, S-T-E-D-E, Stede Bonnet, famous pirate who was with Blackbeard. And he was not a sharp cookie. But I think they derived it from Stede Bonnet. I thought that was funny. And Ocracoke, North Carolina, was also referenced in that part of Outlander. And that's where Stede Bonnet and Blackbeard operated from. It was Bath, North Carolina, in those shallows, right? So yeah, a lot of this stuff, you'd be surprised. These guys these days, they don't just, like Hollywood used to make stuff up. They're following history more now. Okay, we're back at the front gate and I'm gonna sign off. We got 400 people on this and for this hour. And I know I've got a lot of UK friends here. That's what I'm excited about. We've got a lot of, and Australia and Europe. Very cool. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Tomorrow, next couple of days, we'll still be in the London area, but going out into the country, like I said, Portsmouth and Kent and by Dover, and then Canterbury, and then up to Norwich. I'm gonna try to get some of those stories done, filmed. I've got a good one coming this Sunday night from one of the Magnificent Seven cemeteries. I'm gonna go back and edit that now, and then I'm gonna be heading north, all the way as far as you can go almost, right? In the end, the Orkney Islands. So keep posted. I'll try to put a lot of Instagrams out and little short videos and stuff, keep you guys posted on what I'm doing, all right? So thanks for hanging out this morning. And there will be more live streams, hopefully a lot more from England here during this month. I'm here April 1st to April 30th. And then flying back to AZ, Arizona. All right, stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you soon.